do instead of trying to experiment with some like newer strats copying other teams.
Yeah, and I guess a similar thing can be said for Hellraisers. They finally get their hands on Tiny, so Lil's going to have that action-packed chaos creator roaming around the map. But they've also got Nyx on Terrorblade, a hero that he definitely found a lot of fame on, as his career through the CIS region has been looking pretty good. Terrorblade, that final pick for them, do you think it rounds out their draft, gives them what they need to face off against all the minus armor that you were talking about?
They needed a hero that, you know, deals any kind of tower damage, and this hero has a pretty high armor, 11 armor, level 1.
It's very difficult to bring down when he's got the help from Bloodseeker, Doom, and all that good stuff. And I guess Shadow Fiend as a hero doesn't mind being doomed too much, nor do Chaos Knight or Slardar. Everyone can kind of stand their ground and battle, even through that Doom ulti.
Seconds to battle.
And it is a position one Slardar, if you didn't notice. Chad is going to be playing that, so they keep Tobi on that offlane Chaos Knight. As we've seen him pick up, you know, Armlet. We've seen a lot of Aghanim Scepters from Chaos Knights in recent times. A bit of a disco dance battle. Chili peppers being thrown. Funnick, always having fun in Dota 2. He still enjoys the game.
He's in those 1% of the players who are still having fun in the game, if you know what I mean. So yeah,
that's a niche. That's a niche meme.
Slardar safe lane. Been a while since I saw this hero being played as position 1. I see Hand of Midas being queued up, so like you need something to increase your farming abilities. I love Slardar in general as a hero because it amplifies your other heroes, like a Shadow Fiend we've seen in the previous game, the one before, with the Lifestealer and Slardar. Like these two heroes work very well together.
Get that early tempo going. Top lane, it looks like Bloodseeker and Tiny will be up against this Chen Slardar. Yet again, a lane here from Viking that can sustain and regen thanks to Divine Favor, or it looks like Holy Persuasion now is going to be chipping away at the Bloodseeker through the bashes. And Tiny going to try and drag Wave back. Will successfully do just that. While things calm down top, we can take a look in towards mid lane. Xani on the Doom, 5-1 against Shadow Fiend of Boom, who is spamming out mangoes and tangos, waiting for that bottle to arrive. Down bottom, Terrorblade for Nyx already in Metamorphosis, getting stunned up by the Chaos Bolt, trying to follow through with a Light Strike array. A lot of damage onto the Terrorblade, it can't kill him off. Would have been beautiful there for Viking if they could take down the Metamorphed Terrorblade, but Witch Doctor, he's there to save the day.
From what I've seen that people love to do when they're playing against the Terrorblade is hide here, you bring your position 5 and they get a kill on TB, who's in meta. But Chen is not that hero. Like maybe if you use Penitence level 1, other than that I don't see them getting a kill.
Another stun on bot, Witch Doctor. He's going to pop Fairy Fires, run away with Voodoo Restoration. Light Strike Array not connecting. Both sides towing the edge. But it's going to be a lot of regen that Viking need to burn down here, as they're both sitting pretty low on both AP and mana. Mid lane should be quite an interesting one. Melee hero up against Shadow Fiend can often struggle up against the Razors, especially now they're level 2. Xani's going in aggressively, but he can't get hit by the long range raise. He needs to stand his ground, and first blood spilled by Boom.
Well, he tried to make a move. You know, being super aggressive, then you feel like you're in trouble. I need to fall back, but you know he has a long range. Just go all and try to hit him, and you fail.
He had very few options, and he tried to take one of them. Xani now, where's he wandering to? He's like, jungle, oh, my ward. My camp's been warded. No little camp for him to access with a Devour. And that's a great start for Boom. You know, Shadow Fiend, a hero that can accelerate very quickly, having a lane in which he can dominate, get an early bottle, now regen up, and keep that momentum going. Slardar 10 CS, matched by the Bloodseeker. Quick little crush into bash there. Funnick needs to pop the salve. All of the lanes looking pretty good for Viking.
so far so good. The double stun lane on the bottom lane, when they start getting more levels, it's gonna be tough for TB. He's a hero that is very vulnerable to any kind of burst damage, any kind of magical damage. That's why he has Raindrop queued up. That's one of the best laning stage items you can get in-game. Top lane, we're playing very aggressive on Funnick.
Yeah, already expending Bash and Crush. Funnick with no regen remaining. Where's he off to? Trying to drag a wave around. He's being caught up here. Backs away into the trees and will likely just go for a TP home. He's been blocked in by the range creep. Celery's still giving chase. But Funnick knows there's no stun as Slardar lets him be. Shand instead focusing on this doubled up creep wave arriving at tier 1. And Lil making a long rotation.
A lot of the teams understood how to play against Tiny. Just don't get him any early kills, and this hero can't snowball. And they gave Lil 2 free creep waves. He's sitting at the 6 CS. He was dragging in between the towers, and now he has decent level. But Bloodseeker is gonna be left alone on the top. He has a Windlace and boosts speed. This is a survivability build.
I'm starting to wonder the way this game goes. Terrorblade, maybe jungling in the next 4 or 5 minutes or so. Tiny, Witch Doctor, Doom, and Bloodseeker as the kind of 4-man maneuvering squad. As the Lot Strike Array from Aramis does come in, but Bounty Rune grabbed by Lil. Shadow Fiend trying to get a takedown onto Witch Doctor. One raise will finish him off, and Boom will thankfully grab that kill and the Bounty Rune to fall back on. Oh, Lil,
middle tower is under
hit by the
attack.
Light Strike Array. He was thinking about sniping the second bounty. But good placement by Aramis.
Look what Funnick is doing on the top lane. Like, he can't get any CS because he's just being pressured by Chen. So he's just dragging creep wave, trying to get the most out of this. Can't really lane against Slardar.
And look at the way Slardar's moving. He's dragging the whole Radiant creep wave as, well, kick does die down bottom lane. Avalanche there from Lil, trying to find Aramis. Light Strike Array is good though, buying another second of time here, but the toss forward. CK will remove the Lina. As top lane comes to nothing. Funnick, how did he juke away from 3 heroes?
You know how? Because Lina was extremely low and he got extra move speed. Zoom, zoom, that's how you do it. Doom, double damage on the mid lane, plus a catapult.
It's a lot of damage on the tower, forcing the glyph as well.
Structures are fortified.
Xani's actually going to glyph up his own creep wave here, trying to keep the push in the mid lane going. Saves the catapult and keeps it alive. Now creep wave's here to tank it up. They're also coming from the side. Lil looking for the wraparound onto Boom. They've got Witch Doctor coming in from the left-hand side as well. And Shadow Fiend, he is out in deep water. Unfortunately for Boom, he's been picked off by 3 of HR's heroes.
He does not even use at that point, understands that, it's a waste of mana. When you're playing Tiny, you need to have constant mana spam. Mangoes, Clay is running on you. He's gonna make some stacks. That's how you make gold with your Tiny. Lil is playing actually really well. He understood that nothing he can do on the top lane. They can't pressure a kill on a Slardar with Chen backing him up. So he just makes a rotation on the bottom, gets a kill, secures a rune, gets a kill on a Shadow Fiend, which is a pretty big deal.
And now smoked up with a Witch Doctor looking for the SF again. Avalanche toss, the TP reaction. Aramis is coming. Lina will arrive in time as the raindrops from Boom, keeping him alive. Aramis with just 1 Light Strike Array though. Not able to get a turnaround kill, but at the very least, allowing the SF to fall back to the jungle safely. This has been good though, with Terrorblade getting a lot of farm bottom lane. And Bloodseeker getting a decent amount of experience top. They've created a bit of space for themselves by piling in onto that mid lane, onto SF.
It's gonna be a lot on Tiny's shoulders where he needs to make the moves. Like, T is not gonna make any kind of move. Bloodseeker is still not level 6. You have mid Doom. Every single time Doom is up, you do not want to make a rotation. You want other and try to kill Shadow Fiend.
Keep trying to go for that tier 1 tower as well. Lil Yet again, going for this multi-angled approach onto a gank. And again, Tiny from the right-hand side, Witch Doctor from the left. In the middle, the Chaos Knight stuck with Nyx's Terrorblade. They'll finish off Tobi quite easily. The Maledict should tick him down as the final pop. We'll get Witch Doctor the kill. This has been really nice, systematic stuff from Hellraisers. They're creating space in all the right places.
For now, Viking is just farming. They're getting levels on their heroes. Slardar, it's a safe lane Slardar, which means he does not want to make any kind of rotation. Farming his Hand of Midas. Lil, once again, making a move.
Finally, Aramis, yeah. Boom is here. This time, SF safeguarding Lena's life rather than the other way around. So, the tower bottom kept up for now. Mid lane getting shoved again by this Doom. Perpetually on the mid-tier 1. And the lane swaps happen. Terrorblade doesn't go jungle, he goes top lane, so he can potentially shove this out and then fall back onto his triangle if things get a little bit hairy.
He wants to pressure the tower. They have Witch Doctor and Bloodseeker, so you have someone to stop a TP with the Rupture. Oh, they're not gonna see him. Now they place the Ward behind the tower. This should be a freebie one. I'm not sure if they can get anything out of this. There's a push coming out to the bottom lane. I'll defend that.
They come here with two heroes, Lil and Funnick, both onto Shad. The Chaos Bolt and the Blood Bright comes for Lil. Well, they're trying to get it out of there, but Tiny is one hit away from death. They do get a trade, though. It's Slardar picked off by the Kasani Doom as Aramis thinking about a Light Strike array, but who does he focus? Doom is sprinting off to the left. They're trying to connect, but it's a 1 second stun, and Aramis doesn't get the chain combo in. Viking do bring the numbers down, but they can't get that full-on follow-through.
Is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
They defended the tier 1 tower, which is very important when you're playing against the Chen. They have very limited tower damage. We're laughing about Gary.
Funnick, this whole game has been me watching Funnick walking into completely random places and buying so much space for his team. Look, he's chat wheeling, he knows he's going to get a bounty rune, he's dragging waves around, he's having fun.
Tower is under attack.
He is having fun. I mean, he's doing his job, getting the most out of the situation that he was in. His position for Tiny left him alone, and then he needs to make something for himself. He makes another lane. Like, this is the 4th lane in Dota. Top, bottom, mid, jungle, and the lane that Funny just made.
The Bloodseeker lane, 2 second stun. They do catch the Doom. Light Strike array finally there, and they will bring Kasani down. Viking finally getting something for their efforts, as they do convert that mid lane for about the 20th time this game. Tier 1 in deny range. But this has all been a distraction from the Terrorblade. A vast portion of this dire jungle has been farmed through. He's shoved top tier 1. TB sitting just over 5k net worth. As the catch on to the Lena yet again. Laguna Blade's back into Witch Doctor, trying to get at least a trade with the Maledict ticking. Might just be able to do it. Aramis gets the pick off all the mech from Celery. That saved her. Not only do you get a kill on Witch Doctor, but you survive on Lena.
That's pretty big. I mean, Chen is a bit under-leveled. He was not involved in any of the kills because they nailed the top lane, so he just got an assist, which means that he got his level 6, 12 minutes in, and now they have a lot of heal. 250 coming out from ulti, and almost the same amount coming out from max, so it's a 500 AoE heal that you can use in a team fight. But they're a bit, limited on the real hero who can go in and start a team fight.
Well, Bloodseeker, he's gone in and might have lost his life. Not a team fight, but definitely a good pick-off for Viking.
Yeah, Tobi doing a very good job. It's not a centaur that uses ulti, has an earlier blink dagger to set things up, but he's all over the place. Like, he's involved in 5 out of 7 kills, and he's once again going for the build that he went in game number 1. Bracer, Magic Wand, going for Echo Saber, which means that this hero is going to scale.
Did he have armor in game 1? I'm trying to remember.
Yes, he did.
So, for example, in this game, what's the reason why he would skip armor and go Echo Saber? Is it because Doom is there?
Maledict and Doom, yeah.
Yeah. Gonna go tank up as much as he can. And I guess second part of that question. Oh, Lil. Aramis wants him, desperately chasing into the trees. Do they have a stun again? Light Striker Ray is up, but not fast enough. Tobi too far with the Chaos Bolt. But yeah, Aghanim's Chaos Knight. We saw a lot of that through qualifiers. From a lot of CIS teams in particular, but it seems like Viking here preferring Chaos Knight to be more of a tanky semi-core rather than the utility.
It's a gentleman's agreement where he does not want the game to crash. There's already Terrorblade with reflection. Imagine using CK ulti with the Ags.
Yeah, we had some great little frame drops in one of the qualifier games. I had like, I don't know, Monkey King, Luna, Terrorblade, Aghanims from CK. There were illusions everywhere. Things got a little bit messy. But a bit of calm now as Viking have Slardar continuing to farm top. It looks like Midas into Aghanim Scepter is going to be his choice of primary items. Shadow Fiend finishes off BKB. This has got to be one of the timings now Viking want to play around. Shadow Fiend, BKB is a big turning point as bottom lane. They get a stunned in onto Tiny. Tobi and Aramis. Gonna blast them off the face of the map again. That's delaying the blink.
Yeah, having such a good read on the game. They know Tiny is very close to a blink dagger, so they kill him twice. And this is their only form of initiation on side of Hellraisers. Like, you can't expect the Doctor to run in, use a cask or Bloodseeker to set things up with just a rupture. It's also very low. Cast that. They can win another team fight within the minute. They can just get inside the Roche pit. There's stun minus armor.
Yeah, the snowball can start very quickly. And I guess Doom... Oh, Tiny. Okay, he's fine. I guess Doom, yes, he's got Blink, he's got War Stomp, but this is your mid-Doom, right? It's not your position 3, your position 4 Doom that can just jump into a fight and not care about his life. He has to be able to go in and out of fight, focus down the right targets that he needs to, the Lina, the Shadow Fiend. And you were talking about winning a fight and then going into Roshan Lacoste. Viking says, screw you, we're just gonna go into the pit regardless. Phantasm from Tobi. Blood right there. Bloodseeker being focused down. The crit's not quite taking Funnick down. The Maledict lands on the Tobi, but Roshan has pretty fallen. Dowell, Witch Doctor, crushed by the jump from Shad and Tobi. And Roshan will be going down for Viking to put Aegis into the hands of Boom.
Well, if teamfight does not want to come to you, you force a Roche teamfight. Like, it's only level 2 presence of the aura, minus far armor, also minus armor coming up from corrosive haste, so that's minus 15, some extra minus armor from reality rift, minus 6, that's minus 20 armor, and those are like level 1, level 2 abilities at the moment.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. We might see a medallion come out from Chen or something soon as well. For now, he's got Vlad's queued up. Lina going to go into Ether Lens as we've been seeing. No Solar Quest or anything on her. Hellraisers still banking on this Terrorblade. A lot of eggs in the next basket. Doom heading into BKB Shivas. It's pretty much the same as the old position 3. You know, you think S4 Doom, and this is the build that he went a lot of the time. Blink, War Stomp, maybe drums. But BKB and Shiva's there going to be your tanky frontliner, creating space for TB.
Yeah, this is the build. You just get the items faster because you're getting the levels faster. There's a rupture on Tobi. I don't think Tobi cares too much. Level 1 rupture.
He really doesn't care. He wants Funnick. He tastes blood in the jungle. Bloodseeker dead for what feels like the second time in pretty quick succession. Funnick didn't die the entire laning stage, but now 0, 2, and 1. Starting to get picked off a little too much.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Who's popping drums?
Blink on Tiny.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Doom, he was trying to make a move on the bottom lane on Shad. Like, they're playing so well around Tiny. They killed him twice, the lane his Blink Dagger. Now your Tiny has an 18-minute Blink Dagger that he did not show.
trying to get himself into a position to use it. Lil hiding away near top tier 1. Viking still smoked up on a couple of heroes. That's going to expire on Aramis now.
Radiant
Courier, though,
has been
on his way to the secret shop, getting sniped by the Lina. Viking considering the tier 1 tower here. They're going to go in with Chen creeps.
Dire's top tower
Trying to
is
bait
under
people
attack.
in. It's a double damage for an
Radiant
SF.
structures
Force
are
the glyph.
fortified.
Hellraiser's probably okay with this, though. They're getting a lot of pressure onto both of the side lanes.
Radiant's
And
top
Bloodseeker
tower
is given
has
a little bit of room.
Dire's top tower
That is a
under
freebie
attack.
tier 1 for Viking.
Aegis still up and running for 2 minutes. He finds the Vambrace, has a Grobo, and the Dragonlance. So that's a lot of extra attack range of him.
Oh, that's huge. And having the Grove Bow for the magic amp onto your Razors and Requiem. Especially at this period of the game where Terrorblade, for example, Bloodseeker don't have BKBs. Doom is still, you know, a good few hundred away from finishing that recipe. And now the fear is at the back of the heads of Hellraisers. They're hiding their Terrorblade in their base.
Look
Radiant's
where
middle
Bloodseeker's
tower is
farming.
under attack.
Like, I mean,
That's what I told you. It's what I said. He's just in random places on the map.
he's trying to fish for any kind of information.
Radiant
Maybe if they're
structures are
smoke ganking, you know, buy some time until this Aegis runs out.
Being intelligently efficient as they toss the SF in. Aegis going to be reclaimed here, it looks like, as the first life of Boom taken out. Now, Viking struggling to get into position here to react. The BKB from Boom, but he's doomed. Boom is doomed, and the SF's out, but Tobi has found Funnick. Somehow getting the pick off from the right-hand side, and in comes Shad with the Death Ward there. They're trying to chip away the Slaughter, but he's so damn tanky with the Aghanim Scepter go, and he's sprinting forward. Shad with the rest of Viking cleared through 3, and Terrorblade with Tiny hide in the trees. I don't know if there's a way out of this one. They're closing in around him. Nyx is in trouble. In comes the stun, trying to dodge with the mantle. Well played by the TPE. Turns the Sunder, turns the fight. Shad will drop.
Gonna die.
But the Terrorblade is surviving. The toss counters the rift. No way can Nyx get away from here. Aramis is going in with the Dragon Slave to clear him up, but he gets the kill at long last, finding the TB. But Viking losing that Slaughter there doesn't feel great, but taking him out of barracks does.
Yeah, they have so much damage at the moment. With the Chen, buffing them up, Elf Wolf, Presence Aura affects the buildings. Like, they try to make a move on Shadowfiend, but it's not enough. There's so much sustain. Chen didn't even flinch. He was not using Mech or Hand of God on Shadowfiend who was doomed. I think he could have possibly saved the Slardar in that fight with the hand, but, you know, mistakes were made.
And it was a close one with the Slaughter, that last second Sunder. And TB with the
Radiant's
Metamorphosis.
courier has been killed.
Unexpected amount of damage as, Nyx loses an Ultimate Orb. Starting to look pretty rough for Hellraisers. Especially when they're on the back foot in a team fight like that. Getting sandwiched by a CK and a Slaughter with SF as the focal point up on the front.
Radiant's top
Like, look at
tower
what Shad is
fallen.
doing right now. He's basically playing as a pos 3, just running at the enemy.
Playing as a pos 3, you need to
has
get
been
the Blink Dagger eventually, and he has one queued up. Yeah, he understands the Shadowfiend is, you know, kind of carry. Also, CK is building the carry items. Tiny, they got him.
They do find the catch. The cask will bounce, though, in between Slardar and CK. Good Maledict, but there's no real follow-through. One more avalanche from Lil. Bloodseeker finds Aramis. Does Funnick have a way to cancel TP? Doesn't look like it, but Aramis gonna have to just self-fuels and try and run away. Oh, he did have a clumsy net, my apologies, but the turnaround potential. In we go. Witch Dogs are being blown out by the CK. Just need a hit, a crit, and there you have it.
He almost gets one shot in there. Shad is in,
Radiant's
using a
middle
puddle.
has fallen.
And what does he get from that puddle?
is under
HP regen bonus 35, 12 bonus armor, 40% status resistance.
Radiant's top tower is falling.
Not bad, not bad,
Radiant's
huh?
top barracks are under attack.
Pretty spicy. Now, second lane of barracks falling as Viking
Radiant's top
fully in control of this game. Hellraisers don't seem to have a way to answer any of these questions being posed by them as Tiny does get a combo off. Lina self-heals, but they've blown up Lil and Aramis might just be walking away with the essence of getting heals from Chen. Aramis survives. Reality Rift back in. Kasani! Where did he go? That's just a 3-hit from Shadow Fiend on Witch Doctor. This is game over. That is absolutely demoralizing as Vikings walk into this base and they're 3-shotting people. Blood right looks good. Everyone scatters to the wind and Viking reset. 2 lanes, they got what they came for. Time to fall back. Get back to farming, lads.
No need to rush anything. Roche may respawn in 5 seconds. You got 2 set of racks. Your 2 towers standing on the bottom lane. Also casual BD for almost full 2 minutes. Let's see the Roche spawn, minute and 40 seconds. So I guess Viking, they're just gonna wait for the next Roche to spawn. You're not gonna make a mistake. Give them a comeback option.
Dire are scanning.
SF, you mentioned it. He's got like 750 attack range. Pretty lengthy right clicks coming from him as tier 2 bottom. Pretty easy for the Dire to take at this point. Not an objective that Radiant want to particularly defend, and it's not easy to defend either. Too many access points here with 2 ramps above it, jungle below it. They just let Viking take the objective.
Okay, so they're going for high ground. CK ult.
Jesus. Well, that's how it didn't last long. They blinked on with the beacon for boom, perfectly timed as he turns and Doom has to run. They've already blown up Funnick, he didn't last very long. Kicked is gone. It's all over. That's been shut out completely. Viking, they snip it out, they see it coming, and boom with that beautiful BKB reaction time. And Hellraisers tap out. GG's gold and Viking take the series 2-1.